Off tape is the off tape. This is the off tape show.
Yeah, hello guys, what's up? It's your boy Jeff the Ruler. Welcome to the Off Tape Show, today episode 3, and today I'm so excited to be hosting this particular episode because we're having a legend, one of the Plantation Boys, the founding members of the Plantation Boys, and he has had his own career, has made has set up legacies for our generation and even the one to come. I'm so privileged to talk to these guests because there are so lots of unraveling stories that we needed to talk and unfold about, because we've known for a long time and I've seen their progress from inspiring me myself and becoming to who they are today in their various fields. I'm talking about the Plantation Boys, and I have this opportunity to speak to one of them. And ladies and gentlemen, I introduce a special one to you, Blackface. Yeah, so excited to have you on the Off Tape Show. It's
the pleasure is all mine.
Yeah, okay. Because I want where we be clear. Okay. Okay,
can you hear me?
yes, clear, perfectly.
Okay.
Yeah, perfectly. I'm Black. At some point, we might have to cut and come back. So I hope you don't mind. I have to tell you before time, so it doesn't look rude. Yes, because of the recording session, it takes like 45 minutes to cut. So I've been waiting for you. So it elapses after I come back again. So
Okay, that's cool. That's okay. So we can start.
okay. So you think you're okay like this, yeah? Or you can come a bit closer so I could get your face clear. Because when you go back, it's like you're yeah.
Yeah, since they already know, they don't know it's me. I could just it's still me.
I just feel since we're not live, we're closer, we'll be more interacting, So that's what I was thinking. But anyway, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm all ears. I can hear you.
Okay, welcome Black. Welcome to the show. It's the Off Tape Show, where we preserve legacies of legends, especially people who have made impact in the industry. This show particularly was derived from the old VHS tapes in the 90s from the CIA and the FBI. They used to hide, secrets and into the tapes. And when you get those tapes, you are wanted by the government. When we're growing up, from Chuck Norris and all this action happened. So that's how I got the inspiration. As you can see, the logo is the VHS tape. So it's actually information that the mainstream media don't really know about. That's what it's about.
It's okay.
So I'll first of all start with your group, particularly Plantation Boys, because it's inspired me particularly as a youngin growing up. It was from the Plantation Boys album that I actually believed that I could do music in Nigeria and it will work. I'm actually saying this here, and I've met you a couple of times, and I'm going to come to that before now. So, but I'll just have to go through your crew before I go to your personal career, and the questions. I have some few questions that I've jotted down here that I'm going to ask you, which is going to it's going to bring out a lot of insights to our audience.
Okay.
So I'll first of all start by, at what age, Black, did you get into music? Like, did you start singing? Because we know you, most of us know how you inspired the generation, but we do not know how and at what age you started singing. So I would like you to tell us at what age you started singing and you got into music.
Well, I can't really pinpoint or say the particular age I started singing, but I've been singing since I've been a kid, and my family is a family of music and sports.
Okay.
My mom likes to sing, my dad likes music, and so you could say I've been into the music from when I've been a kid. And I decided to start writing my own music because when you have a family they play music all the time, a time came for me that I said I want to start to write my own music.
Okay.
And you
So
know,
at
that
what
was still
age?
as an infant. I can't really pinpoint the age
Okay.
because I was still young and still growing up, still in secondary school. And,
Okay.
you know, from primary to secondary, during that period, that's when I picked interest in
Okay.
writing music.
So this should be about 10 to 12 years. That I think
Yeah,
that's
within that, well, about 10, 12, within that period,
okay.
within that time.
Okay. Okay. I think that's because most of the greats, legends, from Michael Jackson to Africa, most of the artists started early. So I just wanted to know the age bracket, and I think a lot of also of your fans want to know when you got into music. So I think
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is also
yeah.
very clear.
I've been active in music like throughout my secondary school because I was in the choir. You know,
Okay.
I ended up being a choir master, and
Wow.
so you
Wow.
know, I've been doing music
You
for some
were really
time.
grounded. Yes. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. We'll go to our next question. At what age did you start writing songs? Because you mentioned like you started writing your own songs. So at what age were you conscious of the fact?
Yeah, the first song I wrote was "You and I," and
Wow.
so it was still about that period. It was still between that period, that time, growing up before I went to high institution. You know, I'd already been thinking about writing. I've been writing some songs and you know and stuff like that. I'd already written "You and I" before I went to a high institution.
Okay. Wow. 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 And you and I
So
went
I'd
on to
already
be
been yeah,
wow.
and I've been writing sometime.
Wow. So you started quite early writing songs. Wow. That means
Yes, I started quite
you really
early.
you were really a conscious kid. That's what I would say. And that's really
Yeah, I've been
inspiring. That's really inspiring because the depth of your lyrics in the album of the Plantation Boys album. Because I know you're actually one of the writers of the album, and I know the lyrics of the album captured a lot of our hearts while we're growing. It's not just the melody. The lyrics,
yeah,
particularly myself, was deep. So that's why I asked you when you started writing music, because I wanted to know at what age you got that consciousness. Because
okay.
I'm proud to also say you're one of the first songwriters, original songwriters in this country and in this industry as well, that started writing original music, not copying from other international artists or music, like
Yeah,
original
I
music.
appreciate I
Yes,
appreciate
must give you your
I
flowers.
appreciate
Must give you your
I
flowers. And
appreciate
I'll also ask again, another question is, how do you describe your kind of music? Will you say, because how do you describe your style of music? That was a question I was asking before. So how do you describe your style of music? Because a lot of people.
Yeah, like I said, my style of music, I call it universal flavor
Okay.
because I believe all people should be able to, feel my music. All type of persons from all tribes, all race. So
Okay.
I call it universal flavor,
Okay.
and that's the title I gave it.
Okay. Okay. Because a lot of people we're in Africa, so a lot of people that will be doing universal music and they'll be saying they're doing Afrobeats, and we know Afrobeat is from Fela, so we have to be sure about that. Not
Yeah,
because
Afrobeat is a genre of music. Afrobeat, yeah.
okay.
Done by many of the greats like Fela and Orlando War and the rest of them.
Okay. Okay. I think you have to get it clear from you. I also want to ask, who influenced you growing up? Like, who did you listen to while you were growing up? You know.
Well, I got influenced by so many people from Fela, Bobby Brown,
Wow.
Sizzla Kalonji,
Kalonji.
rappers, rappers like KRS-One,
Wow.
rappers like Yorkmouth, so I've been on music from inception,
Yeah.
you know, Bob Marley and the rest of.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Our network was having a glitch. I will also ask you. You were a rapper at one point. I don't know you. What happened? Like you switched to singing, or? But I know you were a rapper at the inception because you write good rhymes too. So why did you drop it, or is there any plans of doing it anytime soon?
Hold it. You said what happened to me at the point you didn't hear from
I
me or
said
what?
no. Yeah. I said that was a glitch and from the internet. But my question is, I said you were a rapper because you rapped and you have I know you've written some lines before and used to be a rapper, even from the greats you mentioned that you listen to. So are you still rapping, or how did you switch from rapping to your other genre of music?
Yeah, I'm still doing rap music. I'm still doing rap music, and this is my next album I'm gonna drop.
Okay.
Album I'm gonna drop. You guys are really gonna feel the rap in me. Like,
Okay.
I've really not done a rap record, but there's some records I'm gonna put on this album that is gonna have some rap on it. Like, if you guys are
Wow.
familiar with my song, you're familiar with my song Giddy Bang, and if you're familiar with my song You've been the hot but you fell off, drop
Yeah.
one hit your head to swell up. If you have other songs like We No Get Their Time, You Dey Pain Them, those are
Yeah.
hip hop. So basically this my album is gonna have a lot of hip hop in it. So the album is called Achieve. So you guys just get ready to,
Wow.
you
Wow.
know,
That's great. I know I'm going to come to that too as well, but we just want to, build up momentum in the show and actually start from the inception,
yeah,
how you started.
that's okay.
Okay, so
That's
it's a
okay.
good thing from who influenced your music. And we also want to talk about, we must talk about Plantation Boys at one point because it's part of your legacy as well. So I also want to ask, how was the Plantation Boys group formed? How was it formed? At what point did you decide to say, okay, because you're a founding member of the group? So at one point did you
Well,
decide to say,
I am the founding member, not a founding member. The
okay,
founding
I
member.
stand corrected. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I am the founding member. So well, it started a long time ago. Basically, my dream and my drive, and some people joined me to pursue that dream, and along the way, they decided to go their different ways to pursue their career.
Okay.
And me, I still have the Plantation Boys name. Right now, if you say Plantation Boys, you talk about Blackface Nigeria
Yeah.
because I am the plantation.
Okay.
My friend Idris got it wrong because I am the plantation.
Okay.
You understand? And so they can see. And I'm just trying to let them know that me, as the leader of the band, I'm not going to let the fans down. I'm going to put more music out. And so I just put a single out again for the Plantation Boys band.
Yeah.
It's You and I, the remix. I
Yeah. I
just
love
did
the
the
rendition.
Yeah, thank you. I just did the remix, and I have another one again, the one. I have another song again called Ife, all Plantation Boys, and the album is going to drop. It's called The Return.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to know how, so now we're clear of how it came to be and how the name
This
came. And what was the idea of the name, like the
he was
Plantation
my
Boys?
best player.
Why that name? How did you get the name?
Yeah, well, it's just the name we chose because we are from a place where we till the soil, and where you till, you're a farmer, and the farmer are always in the plantation.
Yeah.
You know, so and that's the name. That's the reason for the name.
Okay.
So it's just that, and we just have the album coming out, The Return. So I want people to get ready. Like I said, Mane just left Liverpool. I'm a Liverpool fan, and
Oh,
my heart is still broken. But the
yeah,
club
I
has to
have
go
that in
on.
my question as well. But that's good
Yeah,
you mentioned it.
the team has to go on. It's the same way as if Two Face leaves Plantation Boys. Plantation Boys still has to go on. If
Yeah.
FaZe decide to leave Plantation Boys has to go on.
Yeah.
And that is what I want Nigerians to understand, that the team is a team. The team does not rely on. I said Sadio Mane just left Liverpool.
Okay.
I am a Liverpool fan.
Okay. So
As much as my heart is broken that he left, I still have to be a fan of the club. It's the
yes.
same thing as if Two Face leaves Plantation Boys, another person can replace him. If
Yeah.
FaZe leaves Plantation Boys, another person can replace him. One more
So
shop
so
close.
are you planning on forming another group, Plantation Boys
It's not another group, it's the same group.
group? I'm just saying with different members. Do you have a plan like that?
No. The plan might come if I see a good player that wants to play. But right now, the band is okay. We are still putting music out for the fans.
Okay, but so you don't think that we stand any chance of seeing maybe a third album from you guys?
You will get the album. You will get the album from the band.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll continue with the question. About you've said about the idea of the Plantation Boys and Boys in the Plantation and as an African. So I wanted to ask, now that we're in the streaming days, do you still have royalties from that album, from the first album and the second album?
What?
So do you still have royalties from the album? You know, the Plantation
The
Boys.
writers of the music will get their royalties. If you are a writer and you wrote a song in that project, you will get your royalties. But if you did not write anything in the project, you can't expect no royalties.
Okay.
And there are new Plantation Boys works coming out anytime. So the people that did the work will get their royalties.
Okay. Okay.
If you did not participate in it, or you are off to another club, will you be expecting royalties from a club that you are not loyal to?
Okay. Okay. I understand. But the first album, which from the inception that was a collective effort between you, Face and Two Face. I'm saying that album, in some cases abroad, when you have groups, when even after the split, they still have royalties from those albums as a contribution.
Well, if any of them contributed anything to writing any song in the first album, they know the routine, they know what to do. They go to their portal, they register the song and put their percentage on the song. But if they did not write anything, for example, they can't put their name, like you and I. There's no way that a Two-Face will be putting you and I, trying to register the song and put his own name there because he did not write anything in it.
Okay, so is it that there's no performance rights? I'm talking about singing now.
Let them perform first. Let them perform it then. Let them go perform it, and then they can get their performance right from being paid to come to perform.
Okay.
It's very, very easy. It's very, very easy. You don't work, you don't have no remunerations coming from it.
Okay.
It's not a charity organization.
Okay. I just wanted to get it clear because most people do not have royalties from their music and Nigeria, like your album, Plantation Boys album, the first album was a classic album and it's still streaming till now. So I just wanted to know if you still have royalties or how.
Of course, we get royalties. We get royalties from that, but you know, some people put those things out on various platforms that we didn't know about. But then we are trying to get it back because you put a music out, you don't own it. Some other person is going to, claim it.
Yes.
Then till you come and say, "This is mine."
Yes.
And it's a whole process. It doesn't end in a day. It's a whole process.
Yes. You're very right about that. You're very right. I think it's something you should take seriously too as well because I know.
We are serious about it.
Yes.
There's nothing like we should.
Because as you guys are going older,
it's
going to be more classic, as you guys are getting older, it's going to be more classic and more classic. So I think it's something you get. So, but you said you're taking it into consideration, so it's fine by me.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
We are.
Like I said, also the show is about celebrating legacy. I'm not Two Face is also my friend. Face is my friend. I've also been in a situation with you a couple of times. So I'm basically here to celebrate you guys' legacy. I'm not between what you guys had. I'm just any question that I ask concerning you or the member of the group, just know it's out of respect and it's out of celebration.
And I want you to understand as well that the people you are calling as part of the group, they don't have to be there forever. They can choose a different group and be part of it.
Yes.
Mane, I always use Mane. Mane was wearing Liverpool last season. Now he's wearing Bayern Munich.
Yes.
So those two people, they might not be representing Plantation Boys today as me and you are speaking.
Yes. Yes.
But it's not a problem if they are not.
Yes, I understand. I understand.
Exactly. So I don't want people to pinpoint that is a must that there are some particular people that must be in the band, because anybody can decide to leave the band anytime they want.
Yes.
It's not a lifetime contract.
Yes. Agree. It's a free world.
Thank you.
It's a free world.
world.
Okay, I also wanted to ask you. I think our audience will also want to know. At what point did you meet Two-Face in your journey? Because you said this is a journey.
I don't need to talk about when I met who, when I met what.
Okay.
But the fact right now is that they are doing their thing. Let them do their thing. Let's see how far they go.
Okay.
They don't need me. I don't need to be involved. Let's hear what they're gonna do. But get ready for the Plantation Boys album. The title is called The Return.
Okay. Anyway,
and the next Blackface Naija album is called Achieve.
Okay, Achieve. Okay.
I don't know their title of their albums when they are putting it out. I can't speak for them.
Yeah.
But I know Plantation Boys. We just had a single out yesterday. You and I.
Yes.
The remix. Go check it. It tells you that nobody is indispensable.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, I agree.
That's what it is.
And I also wanted to ask, you created a tribunal group after the Plantation Boys split and
the crew.
Yeah. Sorry, correct. And I also said it when Malan Spicy was here in the show. I said the tribunal group was the first music crew in Africa, even in Nigeria. A lot of people don't know because it inspired groups like the Mohits, the EMEs, and the other crew that came up before.
Yeah, so, because we are the standard. We are the standard of this industry. We tribunals, Blackface Naija, Rocksteady, Raheem, Malam Spicy, Ras Mike. We are the standard of the industry.
Yes. So at what point?
So you can see the way Don Jazzy said it, and he said when he came, it was Blackface Naija music they played for him.
Yes. He said that. I listened to that interview.
Because we are the standard. We are the standard.
I agree.
So what happens when people are scared of the standard? They will take the standard out. Radio will not play their music anymore because they are setting a standard.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they've been doing to us, not playing our music, not playing our video, because we set a standard so high they can't match.
Yes, I agree.
So the best way for them to bring us down is take away the standard and give Nigeria this Pangolo music that they are giving to Nigerians now.
Yes.
Holy Father. I'm screaming, my Lady Gaga. What the fuck's going on? What are they smoking, please? So taking us out is just going to do harm to the Nigerian music industry.
Yes, I agree.
So tell them that I use this medium to tell the cabals and tell all the people in there to retrace their steps, because Nigeria is about development. Nigeria is not about regressing. The standard has been set by Blackface Naija and the tribunals.
Yes. So
apart from the standard initially set by the Plantation Boys.
Yes.
They should follow the standard. They should follow the pace setters.
I agree.
They should follow the standard, not try to take the standard out so that they can bring their flimsy music into the industry.
Yes, I agree with you.
Thank you.
Why was the tribunal formed? Why? Because your solo career was doing well. The tribunals
was formed because in this battle, Blackface Naija can never do it alone.
Okay.
I need a team. I need my team with me. And Tribunals is for life, and they're my team.
Yes.
Rocksteady is sitting down right there.
Wow. Boy.
So you want to see?
He's coming to the show. Why? We're waiting for you.
Respect. Very soon he's on the show.
Yes.
So you see how it is.
Yes.
Okay. So not even worry yourself.
Rocksteady is actually one of the people who I actually was staying with when I was in Festac. He actually taught me a lot. We came to your house together.
Exactly.
I met him in your house.
Exactly.
So it's an incredible artist. I also wanted to ask you, like, is there any album coming soon from the Tribal now? Because we heard you guys had a meeting, you guys were together. So are you guys dropping an album? Are we expecting a Tribal album? But that would be dope, man. That would be dope, man.
Expect the Tribunal EP very soon.
Wow. Woo, you hear it first at the Off Tape show. Because I think it's going to be, I think everybody has grown up now, vocally, experience-wise. So I think this album, and now is the streaming era, so the album is
and the cabals should leave us alone and stop sabotaging our music.
Yeah, I feel you.
Tell them that we said that.
I feel you, man. I feel you, because it's everywhere. This has been happening lots of time in every industry. People just try to. Even Burna Boy was complaining about it at one point. They refused to play his songs. A lot of people, But I think when whatever will be. Look at him today. So, and you're also doing well for yourself too. And bringing out records, keep recording, putting out your group together back in shape. I think everything is going well.
That's the deal.
Yes, I think
God is in control.
I think everything is going well for you, man. So I will not. So I want to also ask you. I know you have kids. You have lovely kids now. Will you encourage them to go into music if they want to, if they choose to sing? Will you encourage?
Why not? Music is everything. Music is everything.
Okay. Is any of them?
I would definitely encourage them to make money, but I let them take their time and decide what they want to do in their life. I'm not going to hurry my kids.
Or does anyone have any music, like any talent? Have you seen any talent in any of them?
They all have. Trust me. But very soon I'll be unveiling something for you guys very soon.
Wow.
You guys will be surprised.
Wow. That would be amazing. I also know we're just having this Zoom. I know with time, when it's convenient, because you're shooting a video project right now, and I'm so humbled you made out time for this.
Yeah, right now they're just waiting for me. So I wanted to, when we finish, I go straight because I'm already ready to be set.
Yes, that's why we're very honored to have you. And I know with time you're also going to be in our studios too, to continue this. Maybe when the album is ready, we are going to be in the studio. I know that for sure, to launch the album, out. I also wanted to ask you what's your contribution to the artist now and the ones to come? What would you say to them? Like you said, the music they are doing now is off track. So what is your as a legend?
They should try and be original. They should try and stop being copycats. They should stop copying people's music and biting off people's works.
Okay.
Many of them are guilty of that, and it's so wrong. It makes us look bad.
Okay. And also your promotion of your next album. Do you have a label? Are you bringing out from your Blackface?
It's Loud House. It's Loud House for life. It's Loud House forever.
Okay. So
I told them already that I signed myself from the beginning. I signed myself. I've never been signed under another label.
Wow.
It's always been Loud House.
Wow.
Today as I speak. But other artists had to pass through other people to get their name and get their self. But I did it my way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But what about partnerships? Like the Mohit, for instance, they had a partner. I said the Mohit, I beg your pardon. Maven, they had an affiliation with an investor. So what if you have an investor into Loud House? Are you going to, like, maybe Sony Music or Universal Music wants to partner with Loud House? Are you going to give out some equity to them? or you're still going to just
For real, if we have an investor, it will be very, very nice. We welcome that. We've been waiting for that. If we have an manager doing it on his own, his loud house, and I'm doing it, I'm not waiting for nobody.
yeah,
But anybody that wants to be a part of this journey, they are all welcome.
yes, and it's a beautiful thing. We're seeing your studio, and I think it's lovely because even if you were in the studio, we would not have even had this opportunity to see, your studio.
No,
And
I'm in the studio. Everybody, everything is on hold because of this interview.
wow, wow.
See, yeah?
Hello.
Everything is just we're just waiting. When you are done, when we're done talking, I get back to voicing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I'm privileged to have been able to have most of the things I need in one building to do my work because
Yes.
I love to make music for the people.
Yes.
And this is me without one endorsement. This is me without one company behind my back.
Yeah. What up, people? It's your boy, Jeff the Roller. That was Blackface. It was awesome to have him an off-tape show. And I think you've learned a lot. They're dropping a new project. The Tribunal are coming back again, and they're touring the world and Europe. So it's going to also be an exciting time. So thank you.
Off day. It's the off day. This is the off day show.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel now and turn on your notification.